Are we on? Is it just me?
Yeah.
Yesterday was a very weepy day. Super weepy for me. Personally, but also that. Unbelievable speech. And Merrick Garland, Did you see the video of Merrick Garland arriving at the Justice Department and getting this standing O, and he had his hand over his heart, acknowledging the hashtag justice is coming. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a good day, right? As Rude Pundit said, damn, I got to tell you, I like comforting Daddy. He's so much better than screaming Daddy. I mean, that speech, right? He's right. Everybody keeps saying the same thing. We've been saying forever, is he is the exact right person for this moment in our history, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Empathy and compassion and just the absolute 180-degree opposite of whatever,
The other guy.
Cheetolini was. Right, the former guy.
That guy, yeah.
How about the direct opposite of I alone can fix it was I need you. I need you to do this with me, to get, oh my God. Come on. Don't ruin the July 4th barbecues. Come on. Just do it. Mask up. Get masked. Get vaccinated.
I love that he gave specific dates. That is huge help. Nothing, nebulous.
And our friend Dana Goldberg echoed something I said the other day, too. She said there are going to be so many barbecues on the 4th of July this year, and you know who's not invited to the barbecue? Anti-vaxxers. Like, literally, you're not invited. Thank you. Thank you. It's time to bring back public shaming. You can't play in any of our reindeer games unless you COVIDiots, mask holes, I'm talking to you. Don't ruin America.
From now on, gang, we won't let Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
Don't ruin America's July 4th.
Oh, dear.
I'm doing the mom and Walmart voice.
Yeah.
Make me stop this car. Stop spinning on your back. Okay. Kiki.
Oh, dear.
All right. That's probably not. I'm not a real mom,
like
so maybe moms can work with me on my mad mom voice. Mad mom and Walmart.
I don't like you as I don't like you as a mom.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm a dog mom. Okay, can I have to do a love letter.
Oh, no.
I love letter to this family. Okay.
Oh. Family. Yes, family.
Not you, dog hater, and not you, Captain America, Sean and Krista.
What?
I was there in
They
spirit.
helped me. Okay, yesterday was a very trying day for Mommy. Can I just say it all ended fine, especially with the president's speech and Merrick Garland at the Justice Department. But okay, so Fred had surgery because he had the tumor. It is definitely a tumor of every kind. And I was really on the bubble about whether to do it because he was 13, but it was huge and bothering him and bloody. And it was... Okay, but so what was it, Sean? The day before yesterday, he couldn't walk or stand anymore. And I thought, oh, God, this was too much for him. And he was stopped eating. And so Krista and Sean and I carried him down to the yard on the Casper dog bed. Oh, that's great. I'm not doing this just to get in a plug, but he loves the Casper dog bed. But so, because I had to bring him inside in the pouring rain with 2 slings by myself the night before, and it was just, when it rains, it's a mess. I can't stand the rain, Chris. Have I mentioned that top 20? It's top 20 hit.
It's a great song.
And I can't stand the rain. Oh, I am so...
Tina sings it.
With Tina Turner. When you have a 13-year-old Great Pyrenees whose back legs are going... Trust me, you will not be able to stand the rain. Friend's window. Who's the... Oh, Frangela said that it sounds like someone put Tina Turner in a bag and shook her.
Yeah.
I like when Tina sings this song.
Oh, shut up. Okay. Anyway, and then Krista this morning brought a chicken breast because he wasn't eating and I had to coax him with, right? So Krista brought a chicken breast. And Sean, let me just tell you, you two muscleheads, he is really strong. He took the brunt of the Fred on the Casper mattress, getting him down to the whatever. And I believe in the Steph heads. There was a lot of love and light sent yesterday. Saw on Twitter and Facebook and whatever. And Fred is much better. I hand fed him and he's up and walking and he's doing better. And then my mom took a really bad fall and went to the emergency room yesterday as well. And has eye swollen shut and an egg on her head and whatever. And she's also fine. It was trying day yesterday all around, and then
then
Joe Biden coming out of the dark, and Merrick Garland, and it just, don't you have that feeling of the, literally here in LA, because when it rains it pours yesterday, and then the light coming out from behind the dark. I had that feeling yesterday that justice everywhere. These bitches we've been mentioning, Hoodlum tweets, the maskless Uber drivers who coughed on and attacked their driver are paying a hefty price. One's been arrested, another is surrendering. San Francisco PD says Malaysia King is in custody. She's the woman wearing, I don't know, I'm not sure which is which. One of them snatched the driver's phone and mask, and you've seen that video probably on Twitter or whatever. But you know what? It's Joe Biden's America now, bitches. It's all of our Americas again. It's not you, mask holes and COVIDiots. I mean, honestly, we need to bring back public shaming. Just because Donald Trump, cheated his way into the presidency does not mean it's okay to be a giant hole to everybody, whether it's racist or not, right? I believe this driver was the Uber driver was of a different race, but you don't even know anymore whether it's just racist or people are just think they can be holes because Donald Trump is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Done with you. I am done with you, mask holes and COVIDiots. Okay. Anyway, can we play some? I need some more of calming daddy, comforting daddy. Just 11's fine. 11's.
A year ago, we were hit with a virus that was met with silence and spread unchecked. Denials for days, weeks, then months. That led to more deaths, more infections, more stress, and more loneliness. Photos and videos from 2019 feel like they were taken in another era.
Yeah.
The last vacation, the last birthday with friends, the last holiday with extended family. While it was different for everyone, we all lost something. A collective suffering, a collective sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Jake on Twitter said, JFC, the amount of conservative gaslighting taking place right now regarding Operation Warp Speed is insane. For the 10,000th time, Pfizer was not part of Operation Warp Speed. After vaccine development, its deployment was an abysmal failure. President Biden is getting it done. I mean, he keeps under-promising and over-delivering.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, it's Nina Martinez here with I Love Funny Women, and we are launching our very first I Love Funny Women virtual tour starting on March 17th. And here is a little clip of me and my interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, over the past few months, few women have stirred up the dust like our next guest. She is the wrangler of incels, the Xena warrior princess of white supremacy, and her novel Stars and Strikes, an S&M patriot romance, was given 5 stars by Bart Bright. Please welcome Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Good evening, Congresswoman.
Is it a good evening?
Well, MSNBC says it is.
Well, Dina, if that is your real name. Like I said before, y'all are all deluded, all right? President Trump is still running the government from Mar-a-Lago.
You can watch my whole interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene on March 17th. Just go on over to ilovefunnywomen.com to get your tickets today. It's gonna rock!
There's a lot of double entendre going around right now.
Yeah, well, you know, it's been a long, lonely quarantine, Sailor. Okay. So you waded into even the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle controversy. Charlie Kirk says Prince Harry is a metrosexual beta male, and you said Prince Harry is alpha AF. Thank you. There was
he's a combat veteran.
There was the video of him. He's doing an interview, and his unit starts to, and he just rips off the microphone and goes, like, joins his unit. Right?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Let me tell you, Prince Harry had me with that video where, first off, 2 combat tours in Afghanistan.
Right.
Okay. And the first one, he is a joint tactical air controller, which means he's calling airstrikes on the enemy. The second tour, he's an Apache helicopter attack pilot. And there's, people were saying, oh, well, there's no way they'll put a royal into harm's way. Really? Because when he was on that base in near Kandahar, it was attacked to kill him. They destroyed 12 U.S. Marine Corps vertical takeoff jump jets on that base in an attempt to kill him. He went around with an Apache helicopter where you can't keep a bodyguard in Apache. The helicopter's your bodyguard. And he literally flew around combat missions to vaporize people. Yeah. And that's the video, if you ever watch it, where he's being interviewed by the BBC. And in the middle of it, there's an alert because soldiers are under attack. And he jumps up, rips off the mic, and hauls butt to go do his job. He's a royal, like Prince. You got to give props. Prince Andrew also flew combat missions in the Falklands. Say what you will about his later proclivities. These guys go out there. Charlie Kirk, that guy has done nothing in his life. He is, I called him, he's a weak butt schmuck. Whereas Prince Harry's, he's salty AF.
Isn't it amazing that the right wing here automatically jumps to defend the racists in every story, right? They're like, oh, they're so woke, they want to cancel the royals. And I'm like, right, America was founded on canceling the royals, I believe.
Right.
I mean, I don't have the storied military history that the Nance family does, but if I recall my history, I mean, and that's racist. Asking how black your baby's skin is going to be is racist. And of course, the right wing here immediately jumps to the royals' defense, right?
Yeah.
And not Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, of course. And you know what I said? I can't recall what show I was on. I said, look, there's a way out of this hole, right? The royal family must embrace them wholly and say there's going to be a sea change in how the media covers us. You want any more access to the royals? You will treat these people as equal. We want them back in official capacity, right? But we're not taking it anymore. They're the royals. It's the queen. She could change everything in one short interview of 30 seconds.
I mean,
she just has to realign everybody, and there's centuries of, blood. But, Archie is in line for the throne at some point. So, maybe 20th. But hey, the point is that he can either be an American and we can do some real royal family cancel culture, which we're famous for, as you said. We're famous for canceling the royals.
Or this is going to be Coming to America too, which I love the cast, but the movie's a hot mess. I just started watching it, and I don't.
All I know is this, okay? Prince Harry's a great guy. This is the guy who went on stage in London and sang part of the song "You'll Be Back" from Hamilton. Okay.
Well, everybody's
great grandfather.
Yeah, everybody's saying he's the husband that he wishes Diana had. I mean, it's just God bless him anyway, and God save the Queen.
They wish Prince Charles protected Diana the way he protects Meghan Markle.
Yes, exactly.
I'm telling you, this is the guy. Look, I'm just sorry, I'm saying it, but as a guy who's been married, we sort of look up to this guy. Yeah. First off, he's good looking as hell. Second off, he knows how to treat a lady.
Yes.
And if that means walking away from the family, time to start walking.
This is why, I mean, the ladies may love Cool J, but they also love the Malcolm Nance because they sense that you're that kind of man. You're that kind of hero. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my mother-in-law loves me.
I bet.
That's all you need to know. She calls me every other day from Montreal with her little French.
I saw how you were. I saw you with your wife. You romantic little devil, you. All right.
Oh.
You were Pepe Le Pew without the sexual harassment. Okay. Let's talk about why you're everywhere on TV now, because you talked about Russia's latest disinformation campaign aiming at undermining confidence in COVID-19 vaccines. We just talked about this yesterday. You said they're not targeting the news media. They're targeting QAnon believers. The one thing that defeats disinformation is accuracy and the truth. I mean, here we are. We're not done with Russia. They're trying to undermine, they're trying to boost the anti-vaxxer movement, right?
Oh, yes. And, the thing is, you don't really have to boost the anti-vax movement when you have all these white, female, libertarian women who are in yoga groups. A good friend of mine runs a yoga program from Philadelphia called Beloga, which is called Black Oriented Yoga. And, she's a yogi. She's a Black woman. And she says, you just cannot believe what they're hitting us with.
Yeah.
It's coming from all directions in these private forums, where they think that QAnon is real and now they're going into the whole, but don't you want to save the children? Russia is amplifying the crazy in America because now they know they have a solid 35 to 40% lock on this country. So they don't have to make, the best part about it is Russia doesn't have to make up anything crazy anymore. Yeah. Americans are doing it for them. And all Russia has to do is say, we agree.
Yeah.
Russia Today, I'm telling you, if I was Joe Biden, I would work with the FCC to block Russia Today in the United States. Mm-hmm. They are just a vehicle for evil. And, right up there with OANN and other propaganda outlets that all worship Trump.
Yeah. I mean, Laura Ingraham just said, forget everything. Forget the doctors. Do what you want. It's over. I mean, they're just continuing to peddle this dangerous medical misinformation. Let's talk about Capitol riots. You said on TV, Charlottesville was the coming out party, and these groups actually came together in the summer of 2020. They congealed into some sort of unofficial paramilitary of the Trump campaign. And, here we go. First of all, as you know, the FBI arrested Federico Klein, a former State Department aide, on charges related to his participation, the first Trump administration official, who was also a Trump campaign official. Prosecutors now contend his former employment status gave him top secret clearance, enhances their case to detain him pending trial. They say his participation in the riot was only heightened by the fact that at the time he was an employee of the Department of State with an obligation to uphold the Constitution. So that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, you remember numerous times on this show in 2017, 2018, I've said that the term unclearable, right, for security clearances had come up. Now, I'd spent almost 3 decades with a top secret special security clearance, SCI, special access. I had never heard of the term unclearable.
I love funny women. Full of wit and wordplay. A dirty sketch or a spoon.
Welcome to Touching Your Inner Goddess.
I'm attracted by support QAnon. Did you hear my speech?
Raise a glass to freedom.
Carl Frisch, hi. How are you?
Hello. Is this the first time one of the relief bills has actually felt like relief?
Yes. Yes. It feels like we've passed a giant orange obstruction.
Kidney stone.
Yes. Right. Or something else. Okay. Carl, it's I'm sorry, can I hear some President Joe Biden? Joe Biden, who is President Joe Biden? President Joe Biden.
Of the United States.
Yes.
This bill represents a historic victory for the American people. I look forward to signing it later this week. Everything in the American Rescue Plan addresses a real need, including investments to fund our entire vaccination effort, more vaccines, more vaccinators, and more vaccination sites.
And it is 1.9 trillion, hang on, check notes, which is exactly what he proposed in January before he even became president. It looks exactly, the final package looks exactly like the... Okay, there was no significant shrinkage. It was exactly the same. It's almost like he understands the art of the deal, Carl. Do you know what I'm saying?
The art of the deal! Or that he was involved in the recovery in the Obama administration and understood what Republicans were able to do to limit the potency there.
Right.
So
can we just...
This is a huge deal.
Yeah. Can we take a second, just in case, people pay close attention, what is actually in it? Could I have some breezy informational music, please? Thank you, Sean. Obviously, the $1,400 stimulus checks for most Americans we've heard about extends $300 weekly unemployment benefits into September, establishes about $10,000 in tax forgiveness for the jobless, increases the child tax credit to roughly $3,000, includes $350 billion in state and local government aid, another $128 billion in funding for schools, $46 billion for contact tracing and testing, $25 billion for rental assistance, $25 billion to help struggling bars and restaurants, and billions more for vaccines, pandemic supplies, and other public health measures. I mean, he hit it out of the park on his first.
Yes.
Yeah. He's also fixing things that were broken with the first efforts at recovery, including the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses, to actually target it at mom and pop small businesses. Instead of letting major corporations take advantage of it.
Yeah, am I wrong in saying that Republicans have just become uniformly awful? I mean, first of all, not one of them voted for this.
Become is a relative term.
They literally all they're working on is voter suppression, just egregious voter suppression bills. You've got Asia Hawks passing an abortion, no exceptions for rape or incest bill. You've got. What was Governor Abbott threatening to sue cities that still require masks because they're listening to doctors and the CDC. How about this? Oklahoma, the Republican majority Oklahoma State House passed a bill on Wednesday that would grant immunity to drivers who unintentionally run over protesters. Oh, I see. So you can just say it was
it was unintentional.
Right. You can just say it was unintentional, and that's fine. I mean,
it's called the Drive Your Ground bill.
I mean, seriously, what is this? I mean, it just feels like I don't even know. Not just civil war. I don't even know what it feels like. It's just we're two separate. Like I don't know what they're doing.
It feels like the ghost of GOP president is the ghost of Trump past. I mean, this is the lessons they learned from the Trump administration.
Right. Just the meanest, the cruelest laws they can think of. I mean, they're focused.
Well, it comes to their politics. You have to understand, what is their political base at this moment, right? The only thing that's keeping them in any semblance of power is the ability to turn out their base. And what did Trump do to that base, by and large? He exposed what was underneath all along. And now, it's nothing but exposed venom. And that's how you appeal to these people, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And that's what Republicans are going to continue to do if that's all they've got.
Well, and basically, all these are just continuing the big lie, right? And of course, because Wheel of Right Wing, we find out that Trump just requested a mail-in ballot right after this entire thing. Then they're trying, but it's just they're taking his stupid lies and rhetoric and trying to make it law everywhere. No mail-in ballots, no absentee ballots, no early voting, no this, no that, and of course on cue although he might have. He might be too late because you mean he didn't follow the rules? Fraud. Deadlines. He didn't follow the rules, so he might have asked too late to get it. But he asked for a mail. Okay, of course you can believe it.
Not surprising. I'm sure he's already set up the forwarding address for the state pen.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, I gotta say, Carl, John Dean is not someone that's some kind of wild-eyed, but he's like, if Michael Cohen's is gone for his 7th interview, there's going to be indictment soon. Like, you don't go 7 times unless the people that you're obviously talking about are of interest to the investigators. I mean, and now we have this new bombshell tape out of Georgia, right? I mean, that's what they're saying. Even that one, it could be the soonest and the most damning because they have it on tape. It's not just the one we already heard, right? I'm sorry, Carl, you only heard the ones you love. So I saved this for you. Cut 19. This is the new. So who is this? He called the Georgia Secretary of State's office. This was
the lead investigator in the Georgia Secretary of State's office. And the first part is him he's delusional. Listen to him talk about his win.
He blamed Stacey Abrams' terrible, dishonest Fulton County, saying once again he won the state by hundreds of thousands of whatever, blah blah blah. And what I love in all these calls is the person. It's the president of the United States, but the person going, I got a thing with, I gotta go. You must be so busy. Well, look at the time, right? Like she's just trying to, yes, sir. Investigation. Okay, wow.
I love funny women, full of wit and wordplay. A dirty sketch or a spoon.
Welcome to Touching Your Inner Goddess.
I'm attracted by support QAnon. Did you hear my speech?
Raise a glass to freedom.
Good morning, Charlie Pierce.
Morning, Jody.
I'm gonna go take a cold shower.
Are you on your fainting couch, Charlie? You look very fetching.
I'm sitting up. I am in.
He's in bed.
Okay,
but I'm sitting up. So
you know what it is? Yeah. It's your Dolly Parton glow. You said I got my first dose of Dolly Parton's Little Miracle, and the world just got bigger again. I loved your piece.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. I felt like a different person walking out of the Tom Menino YMCA in Massachusetts.
I did. You said as I hit.
It was really. It was a very nice feeling.
You said as I hit the sidewalk, that area of perception around me almost probably expanding to the old boundaries again. The world was bigger again in my place, and it was growing all around me. Thanks, Dolly. I mean, it is amazing, right? It is that feeling of, oh my God, we could actually have normalcy, freedom again. I mean, it was
and you know, and we have some leadership on the subject too.
Yeah.
No, we're not the level of I mean, if you want to ignore the disinformation, you can now because it's not coming from any place.
Right.
You know that you have to hear it. It's not like it's coming from the White House. It's coming from, you know, the wild kingdom of the internet.
Yeah. Was this your second dose or first?
No, I had my second dose is coming in April 1st.
Okay.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, but it really is exciting. We all have vaccine envy here, Charlie. We are all staring daggers at you, but very happy for you at the same time.
I'm an old guy. You know, it's one of the perks of, you know, it's like an AARP discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading.
It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
But no more buffets.
It's an early bird buffet of you know, deracinated viruses.
Well, you know, I mean, we've all had it. So I've had some of that feeling you do, in that I'm like, I have some immunity. So it is a different feeling, but it's still cautious, isn't it? It's still like a cautious, you know, because
the CDC yesterday, you know, tried to tamp things down a little bit, and I don't blame them.
Right.
But no, I have, you know, and to be honest with you, I was telling Chris this before we came on. It's the easiest injection I've ever had. I mean, it just, and I'm a baby about that stuff, but it didn't hurt at all.
Well,
I mean, the second day, I was pretty wiped out, but I wasn't like sick. I was just kind of logy and, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, Charlie, I was saying, I understand the reasoning that people are, you know, psychologically so tired that you say, well, if nothing changes after you get the vaccine, it takes away people's motivation to get the vaccine. But it does change, as you wrote about. I mean, it does change things. I think it's just because of the variants and how many other.
Once you get vaccinated, you will feel better about yourself. I guarantee that.
Right. But my point is, we have to keep doing the same things because of the variants and until everybody gets vaccinated. I mean, I think the next thing we're going to run up against is stories like this one. A supporter of Trump says she will not take the vaccine because the former president was not personally involved in its creation. 80-year-old Trump voter from Oklahoma named Margaret said he didn't develop the vaccine. Scientists did it. Margaret's story is part of a larger story in the Post about diehard Trump supporters who were refusing to take any vaccine, which could jeopardize America's chances of reaching herd immunity and ending the pandemic. Kaiser Family Foundation poll found 28% of Republicans say they will definitely not get vaccinated. Another 18% said we'll wait and see. So this is going to be it. This is the next problem we're going to hit, right? Is because
I'm not entirely sure we can rely on those poll numbers for the long term. I think family and peer pressure are going to overcome whatever this reluctance is.
Yeah.
I really believe it. I mean, I think Margaret's great grandchildren out there in Oklahoma are going to go to her and say, look, if you want to see us, get the damn shot.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you expect? Donald Trump was going to be in like a laboratory in the basement of the White House mixing up.
You know, Charlie, it's funny you say that.
Recombinant RNA.
You know, it's funny because we all have at least I do, have an anti-vaxxer friend. I thought that. I hate to say it, but the way you say it is good in a loving way. But I think it is going to take peer and societal pressure. Like I was thinking, if I start having parties again, I'm going to say you have to be vaccinated to come, or you're you're not invited. I mean, I just. Right. And I think it should be that way, to fly to restaurants, whatever. You should have to. I mean,
there'll be a legitimate excuse for why nobody shows up at your party.
Yes, exactly, and not just my horrific personality. So I will be like, is it the anti-vaxxer thing or my horrific personality? But I mean,
I see you've got your lighting problem corrected today.
Well, only because it's only I have 20 more minutes till hour 3. And also, it's a little cloudy.
I'm just saying, I'm not experienced that kind of Lourdes thing that I had last week.
Yes,
the lovely lady.
Or I look like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little overcast today too. So
yes, that's my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's overcast in Los Angeles. Are we cutting up goats?
Yeah.
Or?
It might rain tomorrow.
Rain. Yeah, we're expecting rain tomorrow.
This is Sans pillowcase. I didn't need my pillowcase this morning. Okay. But here's stories like this. Trump's silence on vaccination is helping Russia ramp up COVID anti-vax propaganda. Oh my God, here we go again, right?
I love funny women, full of wit and wordplay, a dirty sketch or a spoon.
Welcome to Touching Your Inner Goddess.
I retracted my support of QAnon. Did you hear my speech?
Raise a glass to freedom.